Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Now I see me far from grace.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to get this out to the 25. Start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at this Bears defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, they'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring your running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Pacheco headed right. Dashing through the snow. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. looking to put a drive together. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Bears at 5-9 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
You look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there, but lost double-digit yards on that sack.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
What is going on?
Here's Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Slot man moves right.
And he's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Second and 7.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Williams.
And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Dances by him. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To the air, Williams. That's complete. Luther Burden.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Now Hill to return it. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 5.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing is Williams.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Williams will get this out wide to Odunze.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
39-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
21-yard line.
What is it up?
Looking to throw is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
What is it? Hold on.
To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
What is it on?
Williams going to look to throw again.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete.
Now inside the 25.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Will Lutz lining up.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from getting bigger against them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. The kick by Lutz is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Take over.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19, Tiger, 19. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Here comes the Saints punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
What is that? Movement.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed him to convert on 4th and long.
Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up.
Jordan, what is up?
From the gun, here's Swift. And this will be a Bears first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Williams.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To the air, Williams. He's got this complete to Burton.
It's a pickup of 12, and they'll set up a 3rd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run right here with Swift.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Yes. Cover.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Pass caught by Burden. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So no gain on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Throwing is Williams.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown Bears!
Rome Odunze
From 8 yards out.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game.
Bears 16. Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears Jaguars going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That is intercepted.
There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game.
This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a fourth quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
Gets this to Fant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Saints first down.
They're going to look to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Pacheco once again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This no gimme in the snow. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And maybe a surprise for a team that...
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape, excited, leave the beat.